Hi, I'm Tati.
And I'm Cici, and this is... Give me 1 second.
Why is your alarm going off?
It's my birth control reminder.
Cici, you set your alarm to go off during the middle of our show?
Hey, I don't make the rules, I just follow them, and the rules state that I gotta take it at the same time every day.
Whatever, let's just get on with the show and...
Let's talk about sex! The male condom. Just go right at it with your teeth. You need to slide it over
vagina. So you just put it together. It's like a tampon.
for all you...
Cut.
Oh, you just push that Vaseline and shove it up there.
That's... Oh. Imagine if men had to take a pill every day to prevent pregnancy.
I mean, that'd be a huge weight off my shoulders. Taking one pill every day at the same time doesn't seem like a lot of work, but the toll that these pills have on a woman is a lot.
Absolutely. There's risk of weight gain, hormonal imbalance, depression, and loss of sex drive.
Which is the opposite of what we want from these pills.
We just want to be able to protect ourselves. And luckily, there are other forms of birth control out there for women, such as the IUD, the NuvaRing, the gel, the patch, the pill, and the female condom.
Wow, all this protection for women. What do men have to protect themselves?
Condoms.
Condom?
Do you use protection when you have sex?
Not since 2012.
Take some rubbers.
The only other form of protection that I know of for men are condoms, vasectomy, outer course, and...
Wait, what the hell is outer course?
Outer course is anything but the penis entering the vagina.
Oh, okay, so like dry humping, huh? No P in the V and you don't get a B.
Yes, Cici, no babies.
No babies.
But there is another way, which is not recommended, and that's the pull-out method.
And despite how strong you think your pull-out game is, 100 people who use the pull-out method, 22 of them will result in pregnancy.
I just want to know why there's so many less preventative options out there for men. It's either you wrap it up, get it cut, or just hope for the best.
I mean, you know, scientists are working on a male birth control pill.
Ugh, and even if there are to perfect a pill for men, would they even use it?
Only one way to find out. So dudes, if we were able to perfect a male birth control pill, would you use it?
I'd probably forget most of the time, but I feel like if I really needed to.
I would have to see the side effects.
They have no problem having us take it.
Yeah. If they have to take it, we have to take it.
That's why not.
Because me and my sperm are boys.
Don't want to do harm to my body, so I'm afraid to take a pill like that.
I really don't like pills.
Okay.
When having sex, everyone is so concerned about pregnancy, but what about STDs?
Yes, sexually transmitted diseases are often overlooked. Most people are just too embarrassed to have that conversation.
Which is ridiculous because when having sex, you and your safety should be the #1 priority. I remember in high school, Long Island Youth came to my school for a safe sex presentation, and she was like, well, if you're too afraid to ask if they have an STD, just whip out your flashlight before you dive in.
A flashlight?
A flashlight, so I can see if they have anything going on down there.
That's weird.
Yeah.
First of all, you should not be embarrassed to ask the person you're about to have sex with whether or not they have an STD or STI. If you're unclear, just slide it in the conversation.
And whatever you do, don't pull out a flashlight. You might as well just end it all right there.
How would you ask someone if they've got tested?
I'm a straight up person, so like I'll straight up be like, have you been tested, yes or no?
I don't know this woman very well, and we didn't use a condom.
Did you know that 80% of people don't know that they have an STD? And I mean, it's not their fault because most STDs don't show themselves until weeks later.
And people don't know what to look for when it comes to an STD. They just go on WebMD, self-diagnose themselves, thinking that they're a doctor.
Yep. And since 1 in 4 people in college have an STD and 80% of you don't know, the best way to know is to get tested.
And get tested consistently if you're actively having sex. And by consistently, I mean 1 to 2 months if you're actively having sex, and every 6 months if you're not.
There you go. And I don't want to hear that, oh, I'm just having sex with my boyfriend or I'm just having sex with my girlfriend, because it's bullshit and it probably ain't true.
Oh, hell no.
It's a turnoff knowing that people aren't getting tested because they're embarrassed. It's embarrassing enough to have a tell-all with your doctor about your sex history. Not that she hasn't seen or heard it all before.
So remember, guys, safe sex is great sex. One last question for you. When's the last time you got tested?
For STDs, that's not an issue.
Never. Never.
Never.
Never.
The last time you got tested?
Never.
Why?
It's a great question. Yeah, every few months.
Listen, we all know that college students aren't using protection. Who are we kidding? You don't feel anything. But if you're actively having sex and you're not using protection, please get tested.
Yes, please get tested because we are trying to end the AIDS epidemic. So, dudes, if you got no protection, you can't use that erection. And ladies, don't kid yourself. Take your birth control on time.
Yep. I think that's it on this week's
Let's Talk About Sex.